Welcome everybody to the opening game of DreamLeague Season 27, Liquid versus Nemesis. Wow. Thought most people usually did it because they're obsessed with finger stacks. Tofu is okay, maybe not going to pay the price. We're still going to go after him, and he is going to be blocked in by the Disruption Illusion, so there's no way out here. Even with the missed dagger, Yokum is the one to take first blood.
That team's waking up a little bit here at the start of DreamLeague.
You want to get into that triangle when the Timbersaw goes for it. If you can manage to take away his stacks, get a kill on him, I mean, that just ends Ace's game for like 10 minutes.
Though. It's really tough. I don't think your supports plus the co-op are strong enough to do against Storm Timber.
Well, instead, they're going to go for the kill on a Kaz, but Nisha's already here, gets the grab before the spear. The spear instead lands onto the Storm Drain. The Storm Spirit is the one to die. He bails out Mickey, but Mickey is still going to be in some trouble here. Give him the cookie, but of course, so much mobility from Kez. The cookie gives him just enough of a leap to get into the trees. Analog's going to chase after him. A little bit of screen. A dagger. He's taken out. He's going to have to go for the teleport, but a spear to the backside will finish him off. All 5 heroes from Nemesis come to play. They will not be outmaneuvered by Liquid.
You're going to get against this hero?
Sure. Coming across from the high ground, Liquid still want to hold their safe lane tower. They're going to lead off with some kisses. That's quite one way to make the initiation, but it works, I guess.
Okay.
Double ults to get the kill on Narman. Will they get punished, though? Jabs, he wants to go for it. Analog is already blinking in aggressively. Jabs. Will he get the arena off here? Gets both supports inside the arena. Sonic Wave goes out. Analog trying to get some distance away from Mickey. Gets on the other side of the arena. Protected away from the Kez. He'll be good. And with the Blade Mail activated, Tofu, he's just going to have to ignore that. They do get 23 Savage on the other side, but if they can kill Mickey, it would be oh so worth. Unfortunately, the spear has nothing to latch to there.
He's just a little slow. No arena available as well. Otherwise, you can catch them all. Oh, still got Tofu.
They will run him down. Tofu does what damage he can. And Ace has come to play.
He can die here.
Yeah, if they want to catch him inside the arena, they're going to need the Ursa to go for it, but they're not sure if they want to take this. Sonic Wave and does burst Ace down, almost gets Nisha as well. Nisha making the jumps. He's got no mana left. Analog chases him down with yet another blink, and Mickey will limp out of the team fight. That was almost triple core kills for Nemesis.
How you are giving openings. 4 minutes for this Aegis to go to work. Can play really aggressive on the lanes with this Ursa. Liquid are likely not going to jump that hero, especially with other heroes off the map, which means you can make these kind of plays.
Ace timber chaining. What a timing there from the Earth Spike. Win after 23 Savage manages to hit Jabs as he blinks in. Very unlucky timing for the offlaner of Nemesis.
That is just unlucky for Jabs. Might still be able to pick him up here.
I mean, that was a guaranteed kill on Ace. And now he's going to die. Kisses are coming in. Ace is going to follow up a little bit of damage. There goes that heal from the kill. And with the heals from the Pugna, I mean, Mickey's going to come in, gets on top of Narman thanks to the cookie, chases after Jabs. Here comes that Falcon stance, and there he goes. It went from a kill on Ace to 2 deaths for Nemesis because they just chased too far.
Oh, Boxy's too good.
23 Savage. Narman, can he bail him out here? Gets a bit of heals. Silence goes down onto the Pugna. Smart play from Mickey, and there goes that Aegis. Not a huge loss for Nemesis. Especially if they could still chase down some heroes here. Parry turns that back around. The stuns go out. Here comes Nisha trying to stop it. Instant spear from Jabs. Now do they have the damage? Not nearly enough. Nisha, he's able to just go back in after Narman, who's still trying to heal each other up. The supports are protecting each other now, but Jabs, he'll go down. Analog in deep among these supports has bursted down the Kez and now collecting the kill on Boxy as well. Yokum in some trouble in the river here. Ace is able to finish him off. Now back to Analog. Analog. He'll try and blink away from this situation. Nisha does have plenty of mana to work with, though, and they've got the chain stuns. He's gone. A triple kill for Ace.
He just lingered too long. He could have blinked out of there, maybe made him work for it more. Instead, just gets chain stunned down. An almost team wipe, effective team wipe, including that Aegis for Liquid, right when they needed it in this game. Timbersaw.
They know that Liquid is making a move around here.
I mean, they have BKB on Ace. He is super strong on that front line. And Ag's done for the Kez as well. So big item timings for Liquid. They get baited by a Quap illusion though. And now the jump.
And Box is going to die instantly. Punished by 23 Savage, who jumps in and quickly backs out. He's going to let Analog take the tempo of this one. He leads the dance, chases after, and forces the BKB. Good force of the BKB on the Timbersaw. Now caught the Kez on the left side, going after Mickey, and Mickey is just going to be drained dry.
That damage burst. God damn this bear. And so if you're going to contest a Roshan, if you're going into Nemesis's vision, it makes your ability to find that jump even harder. You're trying to finish up the Kez BKB right now. What I will say is this poke from Liquid, I don't like that Nemesis just backed off the Rosh. I think you should have just forced it. You have some sustain. They are taking the alternate route, which is smoke. Look for the pickoff. Oh, they find it.
With the smoke, it doesn't catch Ace. Ace blinks away, and he'll have plenty of opportunity to get the BKB if the chase ensues.
Too hard to go up that hill.
He gets backed up to the triangle. Now Mickey is going to join him, and he's got a BKB coming out. Boxy's going to go for it. He saw an opening, a big one, too, and her spike on two. Nisha finished off one of the supports, and now here come the kisses. Raining down on both Jabs and Yoakum. Lost sight of him thanks to Glimmer Cape. Analog trying to dissuade the kisses as much as possible. Jabs pushing back Ace. That's all he could do. And Nisha, he'll give chase, manage to get that kill. Pull back the Quap now. Styles followed up. BKB goes off from Analog. He is a very hard hero for Liquid to kill. Can Nemesis get enough to be the ones to contest Roshan? It looks like they're just full up giving it up now.
I cannot believe they lost this Roshan.
Oh, no.
I mean, this was...
Oh, even worse if 23 Savage gets caught here. Hexed up, disruption save, but that just leads into the Earth Spike, and he doesn't have it in range here. They're just going to kite him out. Maybe he gets the bashes required to kill Nisha, but no. TP. And he'll TP away. No stuns on the side of Liquid that can go through a BKB.
I mean, while you're pulling a Nightfall, they're pulling Aegis out of their pocket. That is... Or just not quick enough. Like, if you go for that smoke move, it had to be 10 seconds earlier, and you catch him on that top wave. Again, the small delays, you standing around that pit for the 5 seconds while it got poked out, thinking, do we man up or do we smoke? That 5 seconds made a huge difference in this game.
And Boxy, just full aggression, catches another. Narman thought bottom lane was going to be fine. 23 Savage tries to go in, but it's not as simple to be able to burst down these Liquid heroes anymore. Glimmer Cape does manage to get him away, and they're resetting, though. Tabs, he's going to be able to get a really good arena, and 23 Savage will finish off Ace, gets him down before any spells go off. The Falcon stands, that's not going to do much. Still trying to chase after him, but they're kiting around Mickey really well. They're not overcommitting. He does have the Aegis with the grab on Analog, and they focus him down. Now trying to back off the kisses. Yoakum does manage to blink out of that one. Careful the vision, though. Reveals some of these heroes on the high ground. And he's building up to scale a little bit. Gonna go for a Parasma. Even more armor, even more right click. Even more magic damage amp for everybody who's following him up. Boxy makes the initiation onto 23 Savage. There's the saves, they know it. And so Boxy pays the price, almost, not quite. They get a grab on him. 23 Savage has to pop his BKB to try and chase down Boxy here. Gets him and finish him off. But at the same time, they've lost their entirety of their backline. Where does 23 Savage go from here? No stuns to stop him. He TPs out successfully.
He's lucky he didn't get tendrils there.
Oh, that is true.
No, these croakers are nasty. That's a dangerous TP on a lot of levels. Another Lincoln's. There's a lot of defensive itemization for Lincoln. You look across the board, which I think normally is fine because you have really high damage dealing cores. But you are playing against a lineup that has double saving support. Generally, double saving supports don't mind if the fight goes long. Like, you're saving your cores, okay, well, that's the game we're already playing. We're going to save our cores. And it just comes down to who gets the better burst damage off in the small windows you can, which I'm going to bet on Ursa every time. I don't know.
Well, it's the lineup with no stuns and saves bot stuns, and then the lineup with stuns and no saves bot saves. It just makes sense.
That's a good way to put it.
BKB, oh no! Wait, disruption! He's gonna come back with no HP. Surely Analog's gonna die, he's not dead yet! A finger goes off, a glimmer, a heal! So much damage, they're trying to focus on this Quap, and they're throwing everything they have at her, and finally goes down! What did they get in return for it? A kill onto Lion, a kill onto the Snapfire. That's what 23 Savage was up to. Now he's gonna kill Ace as well, and he built on the damage.
He's bad.
Jabs, he's gonna get him on the spear. No! Instead goes into the Roshan pit and sent it onto the tree. Wait, no! Nisha, he jumped in and just jumped straight into the bear's jaws.
23 Savage cleaning them up here. One by one. Says no team, no problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, to keep Analog alive for so long.
That wasted so much. This is a good nullifier game. Liquid to take this fight around the tier 2. I mean, they have good vision on the high ground. But you have a refresher on the Mars, so double arena, double hex. Refresher shard on the quad from that Roche.
Take the initiation. They found one of the backline supports, and they blew him up instantly. Eon Disc be damned. They just cleave right through that.
It's a beautiful find.
And now Ace is just trying to draw as much attention as possible. But Jazz makes the initiation. He managed to stop the boxy jump. But still, what's stopping Nisha? Nisha up on the high ground. Nisha is battling 2 on top of the high ground. Does manage to zip away before the bash comes in from 23 Savage. Analog and 23. Both trying to escape, every man for himself.
Oh, he got him.
And it's going to be 23 who gets away, not Analog.
Absolute disaster for Nemesis. Level 28. The only thing you're really missing on this storm is, Ag's refresher territory for some AoE pulls, but in terms of mana, efficiency, and damage, you are peaking. That is a game I know you enjoy, Austin.
It's a good game. Nemesis, you gotta contest this.
Can you bait somebody with this?
Trying to bait out an illusion rune. Mickey, he's gonna break the smoke, and Jabs, he jumps forward, but Jabs does not pop his BKB. Gets bailed out by the disruption, but he's still gonna die. Mickey easily finishes that up. Sonic Wave goes off, doesn't do much to Nisha. Nisha just keeps on trucking with that arcane rune. Meanwhile, Analog got bashed up. Wait, no, there goes Mickey. 23 Savage. He waited and waited, and he found his mark. Got the kill and the carry. Mass buybacks from Nemesis in order to try and claim this Roshan. Retreat from Liquid, not gonna be good enough for Ace. He gets caught inside the arena. It cost them a lot on the side of Nemesis. Multiple buybacks, but
it's worth it.
With those buybacks, they get 2 core kills and they get Roche.
That's worth it at this point in the game. You'd rather spend the gold on the buys to make sure you get this Roshan, which is going to pay it back in the form of cheese refresher.
Oh, Nisha! Trying something here. That is a long zip. That did a lot of damage to Analog.
And he got caught.
He did, but now the cookie, double cookie gets him up to the high ground. Nisha, he's going to be fine. Snapfire, not so much. Tofu dies. Meanwhile, jump forward for Analog. Analog, he's in pretty deep here. Nisha, he's trying to dodge. Oh, he dies down. He immediately buys back, though. He's going to make a long zip in here. Analog almost dead. Spear back onto Mickey. Mickey in some trouble. 23 Savage trying to close it. Barry goes off. BKB, can he another grapple away? Tries to go through, but he's not getting far enough. They hunt him down. A ton of damage from the Echo that goes off. Look at Jabs and Analog. They're going to die.
Oh,
what is that dot, man?
It's so much damage.
And where was Nisha?
He used so much mana on that zip over the Roche. That said, he is full right now. He can try and contest, try and salvage this situation.
Still going for the Roshan steal. Gets inside the pit. He does not get the Aegis. Now he gets psyched up. And this could be the moment for Nemesis. A cookie goes out. BKB and a zip away. They keep him alive. They almost had a double core dieback with an Aegis. But Nemesis still plenty ahead and a chance to close things out now.
They know there's no Kez for 80 seconds. How much can you get done right now? If you can heal these heroes up and go. My personal favorite was Undispellable Tree and ulti. That was a good talent right there.
That was a good one. Refresh, double AoE, Undispellable.
That was probably the most broken talent that's ever existed in the game.
And Banner will give them the option here. Kiss is trying to get vision, I assume, a backline heroes?
Not that effective, though.
I mean, it cleared out some of this. The Owl had to run away, and then he was able to kill the Banner.
Sure, they have another Banner, though.
Well, that's a problem.
What's the plan here from Nemesis? You waiting for the 60-minute neutrals, or are you going to try and force the fight with the Aegis here? You have 30 seconds left. Try and utilize that. Your initiation's just so bad. Your tower hitting's not great either. They will drop the second Banner.
Poking at the bear. Do you want to poke at the bear, though? Jabs finds his jump. An opportunity to kill the Storm Spirit is here. A spear goes out to finish him off, and Nisha is gone.
No buy.
23 got just what he wanted. You should not poke the bear.
How is there no bail out there?
And now the cookie fails to get him out of the arena. It is going to be Mickey in trouble as well. Gets off the BKB, tries to go for it, and he does get a big heal out. 23 will not be able to finish him off. Now get hexed up. There goes the Aegis, almost. Disruption save. Mickey backing away, trying to get away from this bear, who the Battle Fury was almost finished him off. He gets a grapple away, and he's good for now, but 23 just keeps on getting more and more hot. The bear, it's finally gone. There goes the Falcon, and that just leaves Ace, the Timber Saw, to try and deal with these heroes who are low. But if you can't finish any of them off, what's the point?
Still that banner saving the creeps. Kisses will not push the base out. 16-1.
Ace doing what he can. Finger, not good enough to kill Norman. And Ace's damage, not good enough to kill Yoakum. Both of them surviving for now. Nullfire placed on Ace. His BKB is only going to last so long. He makes his Timber Chain away, trying to draw the attention of Nemesis away from his own base and teleport away. He will make it for now, but Nemesis eyes on the prize. Go for the tier 4s now.
40 seconds before this storm is back. You do not want to be stuck in a base fight against this respawning storm.
Plenty of time to work with.
There's a glyph still available.
Ace trying to get in there. Once again, trying to draw Nemesis' attention, but 23 will have none of it. He is going to focus on the throne. He's going to keep his butt in his seat. He will not be standing up here. And he will just finish the game before Nisha can come back into play. Wait, he jumps in after the Timber Saw. Now he goes for the kill, almost into the fountain. You got to be careful there. 10 seconds left for the Storm Spirit. Half HP throne. Surely they have this. 23, just hit it. Please, I'm begging you, just hit it. They do hit it. They finish off the game. Nemesis have locked this game down.
Controlled the entire time. He did not want to wait for that 60-minute neutral item. He says, I have enough to end this game. Some sick finds from Jabs that game. I think he's...
Yep, keep it up.
Thank you. Storm Spirit! Hey, stole it. Okay, so 2 of the same picks on Nemesis.
What? The what?
The Nemesis.
The Nemesis.
The Nemesis stones.
Not terribly inspiring.
I just think, when I think of Ace, I think of the Underlord, the lone druid. You know, the wave pushers, the team fight presence, the aura bringers. Slaughter just doesn't really do anything. It's a very strange archetype to put him on.
Since he joined Liquid, they have played it 5 times. They beat Heroic with it, lost to Heroic with it, lost to Bet Boom with it, lost to Team Spirit with it, and beat Gamer Legion with it.
Yeah,
this hero is just flat out busted. Nisha gonna be denied the water rune and likely to die here. Turns around, wait, fire. He's gonna go for as much damage on Analog with the Cogs push. Maybe, just maybe, he's got a chance. He gets it. Boxy gets the kill. Now he's got the battery salt to slow down Yoakum. And Nisha's gonna pop back out with the slide chains. They're gonna get both of them.
He missed him. How'd he miss him?
Oh my God.
Dude, that is just a symphony of unfortunate events for Nemesis. I mean,
the Killer Shrews?
yes.
Is that what you were trying to say?
Yes.
The Killer Shrews. A movie you know oh so well, apparently. Stunned. Analog. He'll be fine, but will their tower be fine? Or will their Wisdom Shrine be fine? This is a full-on assault from Liquid. Going for the Wisdom Shrine, and Nemesis might be in trouble here. Boxy looks to be the first one to go down here. Analog's going to be taken out. Mickey on the right-hand side underneath the tower does time to go going down. Nisha, can he battle through all this? With the chains on 2, it's looking good. Wait, Narma with a shallow grave, and now Jabs joining in. It's a 2 versus 3, and it looks like he's jumping ship, leaving Tofu behind, and a Wisdom Shrine successfully defended for Nemesis.
Wow, what a fight for Nemesis. What a fight for Analog. Suddenly overcompensate for those more than you would against another team, even if it hurts you a little bit economically, because making sure you do not give Liquid those early momentum fights is super important.
This could be one of those fights. Ace, multiple corrosive hazes, Mickey coming through the gate, and Nisha just about ready to pop out here. Who's he want to go for? Well, they spotted him off the sentry. They're gonna force him to make a move here. He has to jump up to the high ground. Tofu. Well, he was in pretty damn deep. How did he even get there, by the way?
That's the old reverse golem flank.
He'd go through the gate and wrap all the way around. Trying to get it, but once again, Norma with the shallow grave. Stun goes out into Analog, not enough finish damage. And Nisha, body block with the golem, not good enough. Jabs with the arena, locks him in, and now locked in the cage, the dragon versus the bear, and the bear just needs a little bit more damage to finish off Mickey, but tries to make for a run for it instead. Armlet toggling, Mickey, he's winning this one. I thought he was gonna die for sure off that arena. Instead, he's the one to kill the bear.
Oh, the flare.
He'll leave Ace behind. The flare almost finishes off Jabs there. Jabs, not quite dead, will get a heal. He'll be okay.
Kind of progressing nicely for Liquid. You got most of what you wanted here in terms of the start for the Dragon Knight. The Sardar is pretty farm considering the lane he was going up against with a double melee lane. So that went really well for you. And now you can snowball the game. Your Ember's a bit farther behind than you wanted, but you have heroes that can enable him to come back.
And they can still maybe kill the Ursa. The Enrage is on cooldown, but once again, Narman just babysitting him.
Oh.
Is it going to be enough? No! No Shall Grave. Nisha finishes his job with a slight. And Jabs finally throws out the arena, but they're outnumbered. And they are just going to be run down. It doesn't matter if the arena is there. They break through the walls and chase after Jabs for a third kill, 2 of which go to Nisha's Ember Spear.
Well, this Ace Sardar is starting to take this game over. Doing some work in these fights. They do not have good answers to him in this early game. Not a lot of great control. You have some kiting mechanisms with the supports, but they're very low damage. So you need the Storm's involvement right now. So it'd be a huge pickup.
Get the lasso. Oh, it was a nice play with the cogs. Not quite good enough to bail out Mickey, who was unable to get the kill on Analog here. Gonna leave the Dazzle behind. Oh, Ace still catches up to 23. He thinks he can hop down the cliff, and he's right about that.
Still gonna commit with this amp damage. Vessel charge.
Yeah, Nisha just not slowing down. Pops the amp damage with the Vessel charge. They finish him off. And Narman, well, they left him for last. Gives Ace a well-deserved double kill. Man is being active right now.
The rune of haste.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Just rough itemization pathways for Nemesis. I think that's the biggest thing from this game. Like, I think last game, the panel didn't favor their draft, and I think that's fair, but I think they had itemization pathways to deal with the downsides of their draft, which was mainly the lockdown. There were, there was the Abyssal, the Hexes. It was a natural buildup. Eventually you get there, you solve it. This game, I think it's a lot tougher to deal with the armor differential that's being put out so early here and the mobility from the Ember. Like, you're going to need more lockdown at some point in this game. You need more damage to put into this Dragon Knight, and you need some sort of dispel/armor buildup that's just not supernatural for the Ursa, not supernatural for the Storm this early on. It puts you in an awkward spot. Like, we're seeing a Crimson Rush by Jabs. Again, I think this is a reflection of them trying to find ways to solve some of these issues that are just not going to do it quick enough.
We will watch Jabs die as he tries to frantically buy out as many of the items for that Crimson as possible. May have it soon, but will Nemesis have the team fight? They can actually try here with the lasso. Turn around, almost killing the Ember, but he got off his Remnant. Tries to go for the chain onto Analog. Jumps almost into the bear. Got a chain off onto him. And Ace, whoa, Ace just chunks him down.
It's slaughter right now.
Do what damage you can as the Dazzle during this limited Shallow Grave save. But gets nothing out of the situation. 4 heroes down, and Mickey is pushing high ground with this Aegis. Well, you said maybe you wanted to see Liquid adapt a little bit more of a Mouse or even Gaming Gladiators playstyle with this Warlock, and they certainly are showing they're willing to go high ground early if they're up 15K.
Oh yeah, this is exactly how you want to play with this kind of lineup.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You're gonna have to get this, like, one big item up on the Mars if it's that Crimson and just try and take a fight to hold on to the map. You're gonna have to do it into the power runes on the Ember. You're gonna have to do it into the early BKB on the Sardar. All this Dragon Knight power, and that is where the Warlock thrives. You're gonna go into him in all of his AoE, and I mean, they might just call this game soon. This
is looking done. This is looking toasted. Spear will spare Narman, but the hook shot puts him back in danger. Had no cogs. Now he's got it. Got two of them with it. That was a catch and release into two.
Absolute destruction in this game, too.
Are under attack.
Analog, he cut the wave where he could, but the damage, it seems to already be done. This is going to be a lane.
Yeah, cut the bleeding on this one. This is what we call an old write-off right here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, this is one of those games where you get to see what kind of team Nemesis is. Are they a team that GG's out when it's over, or are they going to hold on to the bitter end, you know, and play
I
it
thought
out?
you meant like they got shit on. That's why everybody ranked them.
Are under attack.
Oh,
This is like, God, that was really ruthless.
That was not a very optimistic take from
Oh,
you.
that's what it came off? You're like, we finally got to see what kind of team Nemesis here it is here in this game.
Nobody else heard that sentence the way you did.
They all heard it, by the way.
Anyway, it seems like Nemesis is a team that wants to play it out to the bitter end.
I respect that. There's triple BKB lockdown in this lineup between the Clock, the Warlock, and the Slardar to stall your power out during that. But they will go for the last hurrah here, looking for a last.
Well, they can kill the Slardar right away, get the grab on him, see if they can burst him down. It's going to be difficult, but if they throw enough spells at him, it's not even good enough.
Yeah, Spear cannot spear him in the lasso. You miss your chain stun, you miss your opportunity. Can Liquid clean this fight up and end this game?
I think pretty easily they can. 23 is going to chase after Mickey. Mickey might actually die here. Can anybody help out? There's the hook shot. The Arena locks down the Dragon, though. The Glimmer Cape, they've got the dust for it. Okay. 23 may not have killed the Slardar, but he got the Dragon. Still stuck in the cogs, though. Boxy has been a menace to him throughout these team fights. He just gets cogged over and over and over again. Wastes a bunch of his in-rage time.
Clockwork. This setup that is already destroying you. In that arena, you have the Vlads for bonus armor on top of that, Solar Crest for more physical amp.
All right, how do you do that? Oh, wait, the Golem almost stops the initiation. They managed to make it work anyway. Jump the Warlock, though. Is that going to be the game plan you're working with here? They're all stuck inside the cogs right now, trying to fight it out. Ace kiting him around as best he can and turns and kills the Ursa. No need to run when you can just fight. Buyback's going to be used, but not a buyback on everybody here. Jabs whipping out on the spear. Means that he won't even get a kill for his second life. GG is called, and we are going to a game 3.
It's an interesting game. I don't know if Liquid expected the game to go as fast as it did.
Of course, a lot of people are using it as Morphling.
Picking water against Liquid. Oof, I don't know about that one. It is
more.
Yep.
I think there were probably some mid picks you could have gotten away with and felt okay. I think they maybe felt more pigeonholed than they actually were.
Boxy thought it was time to get aggressive. He'd be wrong about that.
Yeah, that
He
Skyrath
just
messed him up.
walked right into him and gave him first blood.
That's why he picked the Skyrath Mage.
I guess so.
This could be some decent tower pressure unless Nemesis respond with
Middle tower is under attack.
everybody here, but the trap is set, the trap is sprung, and you're gone.
Analog might be able to get the turnaround kill as Boxy's going to be bursted down by the heavy physical damage, and Jabs has come across, but this Timber Saw is a menace.
You have a silence available again. You want to try and all in him.
He's got 20 wands charges. I feel like maybe they're getting baited a little bit. Maybe Analog low, but not quite dead, and they do manage to bring him down without killing themselves on the Timber Saw. Double kill for Yoakum, managed to get the last hit on both of them.
They would say it lacks a little bit of draft integrity because he has no stuns. How can you play Dota? How is that bounce?
And as you go along in a draft, if you have draft integrity, you can't be exploited as much in those dangerous last pick scenarios.
Oh!
Well, that is not good. Nisha with his first rotation to his side lane, and it is a huge success. A double kill for him.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just not a lot of space to work with right now, especially when you're trying to give a lot of the easy farm to the Morphling, who's had a rough time. Linger too long, easy pick off. to this Pangolier, and another tower being assaulted by this Timbersaw, who's gotten a lot of building damage done in this game. Been a wrecking ball.
Sweeping back and forth, Liquid from bottom to top, now heading back towards bottom. Will catch the support here of Yokum and maybe get the kill on Jabs as well. But they're in the river, which is where Analog thrives. Unfortunately, a little bit too much backup there. Can't fight into Rolling Thunder. Good TP, but never mind. Gets canceled by the whip. Jabs hoping to at least get a kill on Boxy, but blocked out by the shards. Fails to do so.
Well played. Only reason I think it is maybe contestable is you don't have the Rolling Thunder.
Okay.
Like, if you smoke to it right now, just force the fight, try and blow up the TA with your all-in potential from your supports. I think this fight is doable. It's not going to be pretty, but it's doable.
I mean, they still shouldn't get into a choke point here. Tofu is in a great position. They spot Tofu, though, first. Get a jump on him. Unfortunately,
nice
Roshan's already dead, and thanks to the shards, a blocked-in Analog is not escaping after killing the Ringmaster. Now they try and run down more. Nisha will spot where the Chikira was headed, but not quite where he went. Manages to escape in the corner with the TP away. Jabs turns off his Radiance, goes to the TP out, and a Rod of Atos to stop that one.
Nice ward up there, too.
Unfortunately, no Blink Dagger for Jabs, so he is stuck here.
Lineup's just too slow right now. That play was a little too slow as well. If you get there with a little more time to contest that objective, could become a weird situation, but are going to start to scale up the damage here. That's the real concern. Like, this Morphling can enter the fight, but can you take the fight once you're there? It's looking a lot more difficult with some of these scaling items.
A really nice pickup.
He already has the Manta, though.
He could get him to use the Manta and then silence him afterwards. Ace trying to hold on to it right now. They've got him. He's going to pop the Manta, but won't be able to dodge, disjoint that nuke that was coming in. Coming in from the other side, though. Liquid, click a little shots there onto Narman. We'll finish him up. Perfectly fine as long as Nemesis get out, I think, with their cores. Their supports will not be so lucky.
Ambitious TP.
Going after Ace again. This one might be a little difficult. He's gonna pop the Manta, gets away into the trees. They can't keep chasing. He could be Rolling Thundered, so.
Uh-oh.
23 does have a TP. Still trying to go after Ace here, but got off the Rolling Thunder. That is the problem because they've lost their carry, and if they fail to kill Ace here, they have not gotten a trade-off. Not that I think the trade-off would even be worth it at that point. McGay runs down Yokum as he's got TA traps everywhere.
Would love a kill to finish the slaughter of BKB because he's still 1,000 off.
They're gonna smoke 223 Savage. Unfortunately, no Liquid heroes are really up there, except for Nisha, who's now coming down the river. They want to go for Nisha. Nisha is going to be stunned up by the neutral, stunned up by Analog, almost finished off. They got him.
That is a huge find. Pretty much the only scenario in which you can bring him down is you get your entire team on top of him in an isolated situation.
1,600 gold for that kill.
Now you can maybe look for more, too, if you are really confident here.
Yeah, keep the numbers rolling here.
Or at least get some of the lanes out and get that BKB done on the slaughter. Got him.
And somebody will eventually show up, test the triangle. It's Narman. Narman will pay the price for that. Despite being numbers down, Liquid has consolidated their strength here.
And whatever you see that gives you the best opportunity to accomplish those tasks, you take it.
This TA would be kind of interesting just because they already have the minus armor of the Slardar as well.
It's not bad. 2-shot. See you later. Failed little attempt to control the ward spot. 23 wasn't ready to fight anyway. He will just finish the butterfly as the MKB is finished.
Yeah, that... that is the worst possible thing to show up on the screen if you're Nemesis. Save goes out. Rolling Thunder is going to be used here. Jabs pushing forward, finally gets his ultimate activated. He doesn't have an easy way out of this one, so he's just going to die. 23, trying to turn into the Templar Assassin and put the damage on the TA, but instead, he only gets the kill on the Tusk. Now dropped inside the Gleipnir, has to back away, but he's going to be run down by the rest of Liquid. Still a full fighting force to be reckoned with. Nemesis, even with buybacks that they had on Jabs.
Timings are just too fast here.
No way to really be able to stop Liquid.
I mean, the fact you had MKB at the exact time he had Butterfly is just devastating. That was kind of your one comeback interval. It lasted 0.1 seconds.
It did.
So if you had hit him in that 0.1, could have been really good.
And now Nemesis just bleeding out kills when, frankly, they have no business in even looking at Liquid's way. I feel like if your Morphling's not up, what's the point of even approaching Liquid? You're just giving them the opportunity to pick you off.
You need the Morphling's damage to win these engagements.
The pressure will mount up, though, and will be way inside the base during this 50-second timer where the Morphling is gone.
This game just felt too easy to prioritize for Liquid in terms of what is the issue in this game. It's pretty much only this last pick Morphling. If you don't let him get out of control, if you itemize against him, you don't really care about the rest of the lineup too much.
Are you saying they're not having in-depth discussions about how to be able to deal with these off-lane Aban?
No, probably didn't even notice him here.
I don't think they have at all.
I think it's why this early Atos worked out. Not the item you always want to go for on this Timber, but it is an item that gave you a lot of extra kill threat on this Morphling early, and we saw it pay off. We just see it pay off still. And it is a great item to build into the Gleipnir later on this hero regardless. So you got the early defusal on the Pango, you got the early Atos, you found a couple of those key Morphling kills, and then this game just got blown wide open. Last ditch smoke effort.
Make the jump, crush into Ice Path. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, though. Hits the Jakiro, jump in from Nisha. Big amount of burst damage. Analog gets a bit low alongside Jabs. Gets some heals, though. And they will survive the first round of play here. Wait a minute. 23 Savage in some trouble. Pushed into the wheel. And too easy for Mickey to line it up.
Does commit the buyback. This gives you a chance to try and find something.
Oh, the saves come out the box from Tofu. Will bail out Nisha. They only got him to half HP anyway, while Analog is the one to die here as Mickey continues to throw blow after blow at 23 Savage now, and they both run back into the Chakram. From Nisha, that is it.
Man, convincing game 2 and 3 here from Liquid. Definitely asleep in that game 1, but they turned it up a notch and just ran him over. 2 30-minute games, very one-sided. A lot of snowball action coming out from that man right there on that mid lane. And they got some Mickey classics to throw in there, pick the pace up.